Good morning, folks. Today I'm here at one of my local patches on this beautiful Saturday morning. And this morning I have absolutely no plans in mind. I'm after no species in particular. I'm simply going to go for a walk, go for a wander, and let's see what's about. I would argue that they are one of the hardest species to photograph, but the sand martins are back. So they've been flying above me up and down the river, but they are so small, they are so fast. So I think the chances of getting any photos right now are pretty slim. So I don't think I'm even going to try right now. But what an insane species, the way they sort of like chitter chatter, the way they kind of like just duck and dive, just flying through the air, they're incredible. So mega, mega, mega happy to see these guys again. Yeah, absolutely incredible. With any luck, hopefully they'll breed again this year along the banks of a river. But we'll have to wait a couple of weeks, or maybe a month or so to find out. Just approaching my first hide of the day, so I've had a bit of luck walking through the woods, seen a couple of chiff-chaff and whatnot. But from this hide overlooking a lake, I'm hoping to see potentially some waders, so if there's any sandpiper knocking about, that'd be amazing. I've also heard that a few little ring plover have been spotted recently, so also that would be amazing. But since I'm doing a patch visit today, and I'm not travelling out to see any species in particular, this is the time to say that this is bird watching. So sometimes you'll go out and see it all, sometimes you'll go out and you'll see nothing at all. You just have to have your fingers crossed and yeah, just hope really. Just enjoy being out in nature. I've been sitting in my hide now for about an hour and a half and it's been going really, really well. So there's actually been 6 oyster catcher flying around, and I think we're going into breeding season because they've been interacting like crazy. On top of that, I actually found one of a little ring plover. Now, if you've never seen little ring plover, they are tiny, like they are minuscule, and it just happened to be on one of the faraway shores, you know, on the opposite side of a lake. So I think even in 8K and kind of zoomed in a bit, it might be a bit difficult to see, but nevertheless, my first of the year, and I am uber happy to see it. And also, on top of that, there have been around 4 or 5 redshank flying around as well. Now, I don't know if they're my first of the year, I don't actually remember, but again, either way, really happy to see them. You know, there's been a fair few waders about, so yeah, this morning is going so well so far. It's been really fun watching the redshank and the oyster catcher all interact and fly across the lake. But the time has come now to leave the hide and venture on around the reserve to see what else we can find. You know, it's been a super relaxing morning so far, and hopefully the day will continue like this because the weather's gorgeous, the light is really nice, so I just need something to photograph now. If you're new to birdwatching, you may not know the struggles just yet, but so far this morning I've been hearing Chetty's warblers absolutely everywhere. But as more experienced birdwatchers may know, actually finding them can be a right pain. They blend into the undergrowth so well, and usually by the time you've actually spotted one, it's when it's actually flying off and heading to a new hiding spot. So if you're ever lucky enough to catch one and see one before it flies off, you're a lucky folk. Enjoy it while you can, because it may be a simple looking bird, but they're still a beautiful bird nevertheless. I've made it to the next hide along the reserve, and I've been sitting here for a while, and so far I haven't come up with much. I've been scouring the lake and the surrounding reed beds with my binoculars, but other than black-headed gulls, I really don't think there's much around right now. Even looking at the woodland across the lake as well, I haven't seen much, you know, not much at all. So I'm going to chill here for probably a little bit longer, maybe not too much longer. Have another cup of tea and see if anything fancies dropping in. But what I can say is the weather is getting warmer now, so you know, there's more of a chance of seeing some sort of buzzard or some sort of bird of prey circling above. So I'll have to keep my eyes open for that as well. But for now, I'm going to carry on listening to this noisy bunch flying above the lake. I've just been watching a pair of great crested grebes hunt in front of the hide. Now, they are a bit challenging to photograph, primarily because when they're in the water and dive back down, you can't always tell where they're going to pop up again. So it takes a bit of luck, and you know, sometimes you can see a little trail of bubbles or a slight wake from where they've been swimming. But a lot of the time, especially in deeper water, it can be a bit difficult to tell. But one of them actually has been pretty lucky as well, because it's managed to catch itself a fish. So I spent around 25 or 30 seconds or so just watching it try to swallow the fish down. Now, fingers crossed, its partner will also find itself one. But yeah, so far, it's been pretty cool. I think with this video, I finally returned back to normality. So in my last few clips, I've seen some amazing birds of prey, some amazing owl species, but they're not what I would call normal days. You know, I was very, very lucky to see all of those species. So today, back on my local patch, this is what I'm used to. This is a regular day bird watching for me and for a lot of people. And you know what? I wouldn't change it for the world, because if we didn't have days like this, we wouldn't appreciate it when something cool and rare actually popped up. So, fingers crossed next week, something cool and rare pops up. But for now, I just want to say thank you so much for joining me once again. So please like, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one.